Welcome to Homegrown-Podcast with Raphael Anthony
and Jamari McClain. You get it how you get it.
This week you've been traveling a bit. What shows were you at?
Dabbled a little bit. I did a show for an NA convention in Santa Fe Springs on Saturday.
Oh, sweet.
And then I was at, I did another show in LA on Thursday night. It was a pretty fun show.
Oh, yeah? How was the crowd?
It was good. Sold some edibles. Made some new fans, some new followers.
just
but
sure.
It's a little hard to be funny when fucking depressing shit happening, like the shooting in fucking Thousand Oaks, and
yeah,
it's hard to bounce off of shit like that. It can't be funny when it's dark times and the fires and all that shit.
And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Is California's getting hit pretty heavy with the fires.
Yeah, it's hell on earth right now in California.
It's pretty bad, and we definitely want to make sure that we send nothing but good wishes to the people out there. I know when somebody says, "Hey, thoughts and prayers," that don't mean shit. But if you guys go out there in your community, find out where you can donate, that's definitely going to help out a lot because you're going to need a little bit of help out there. It's going to be pretty wild. I was looking at the map for California. If you Google California fire map, there's about 15 fires going on in California, but there's just two big ones that are really affecting us right now. There's the one by Malibu.
Yeah, by Pepperdine. My dad went to Pepperdine.
Yeah, that really is a really large one. That's the largest one that's going on right now. And I believe there's a few celebrities that already technically evacuated from that place. There's that actor from 300.
Gerard Butler.
Yeah, Lady Gaga, the Kardashians, they technically, they don't have to be there. Lady Gaga, I believe, was in that area. One of the Miley Cyrus's mansion is in that area. So her home just exploded,
The director from Doctor Strange movie, his house got burned down.
Damn.
I feel like it's fucked up because it's going to happen. It's like the season for that right now. And then once it starts raining, guess what's going to happen after that?
What?
Mudslide.
Oh, that's right.
It's just like one after the other. Because of all the dry land and everything, there's no plants or nothing to stop the mud from sliding.
Every single time I go to Santa Monica and I see those hills by the side of the coast,
yeah.
All I think about is like a good rain is going to wipe this place, but it's been there for years.
Oh, yeah, but the fires is like making it, setting up for mudslides to happen once the rain come in. But yeah, we actually need some rain right now to stop all them fucking fires.
Yeah, it was last year, I believe, that Palos Verdes, around that area, maybe a little north of Palos Verdes, got hit by mudslides.
I don't know if these fires are man-made or they were natural, like natural fires from, I don't know, like a lightning pole going down or some kind of...
The theory is that it was a campfire.
Campfire and
That's the theory.
Because it's all forest area, like all that's all forest.
That's one of the theories. So that's the biggest one, the one by Malibu. And the other one is the one you're hearing about in the news, which is Paradise City. That's the one that's pretty heavy right there. That's the one that kind of started the whole thing going on. That's the other area of North California, like North Bakersfield area, where that big one is going on. So lots of stuff going on in California in a very short period of time. We got that nasty shooting in Thousand Oaks, which is, very upsetting and unfortunate. I don't want to focus too much on that. Then we have the fires that are going on through California. And I wanted to ask, you said that this is the season for fires. I thought usually that happens during summertime.
Well, yeah, I don't want to say the season. I'm just saying, like, where there's one, there's going to be more.
Yeah.
It's just like it's fall, so it's like dry.
A lot of people don't think about it, but there is an active, program to fight these fires. A very, heroic people that are dedicated in fighting these fires. I believe they have a particular name. I just forgot what they're called right now. You know what I was thinking about is the whole Smokey the Bear campaigns. Remember that?
Yeah, only you can prevent forest fires.
I don't see it very often anymore. I haven't seen a Smokey the Bear commercial.
Smokey the Bear got bought out by Big Tobacco. They know cigarettes.
It's more like they prevent the fires, like light up, smoke up, light up.
Dumbass Donald Trump tweeted about the fires instead of saying like something with compassion or sympathy. His dumbass says on a tweet on November 10th, "There's no reason for these massive, deadly, and costly forest fires in California except that forest management is so poor. Billions of dollars are given each year with so many lives lost, all because of gross management for the forest. Remedy now or no more Fed payments." He's a fucking idiot.
It's a little bit of ignorance, to be honest with you, because fires happen every year. Our fire departments, especially the ones that are focused on the brush fires across forest areas, they're experts. And it's not like you can prevent 100% no fires. No, fires is required in some areas because it's healthy for the environment. It's just the ones that get out of control because of environment reasons, whether, the wind picks up, it's drier than usual, something that took place that it created these out-of-control fires. That's totally different. So I think he's being really ignorant and making it sound that there's no control. There's 15 fires across California right now. 2 of them are the biggest ones that are affecting the state. The rest of them are being taken care of.
It's like his dumbass saying, I'm planning on signing an executive order to take funds from the National Hurricane Center until they stop all these hurricanes. Like, it's the equivalent of what he just said.
Oh, my God. What
like how he's like saying, like, the money from the feds is going to stop if they don't manage the forest better. Like,
it's so repetitive to always repeat the same thing. I don't know why he said that. Whether he's just trying to initiate people just to talk again, he's not helping, in my opinion. He's not helping. He doesn't provide support. He's not saying, hey, we should be looking into this, making sure that California's getting the support they need. He just jumps right off the bat and giving a negative approach to it. So that's kind of bizarre, to be honest with you. I noticed that about Smokey the Bear. Was it the 80s and 90s where you had Smokey the Bear, you had McGruff, the fighting dog?
yeah.
You had...
I remember Gruff. He looked like a perv. He was just wearing one trench coat with nothing under.
So he
was luring kids, open up, show his naked balls.
But we don't have mascots anymore. You know that? We don't...
First you said Smokey the Bear, now McGruff, the watchdog.
Yeah, the watchdog.
From Neighborhood Watch.
But I remember that growing up. I remember these little Smokey the Bear is one of the oldest ones. Smokey the Bear has a long history from a true one. If I'm not mistaken, it came from a real bear that was saved from a forest fire, technically nicknamed, and it was just an advertisement campaign that began way back in 1944. It just picked it up. A PR firm just picked it up and saying, "Remember, only you can prevent forest fires." That was created back in 1947, but the whole campaign, what Smokey says to prevent forest fires, began back in 1994, and then it just kind of grew. But we don't see that anymore. I think you only see those old posters when you go camping. When was the last time you went camping?
Since I was a kid, I'm not really into sleeping outside with bugs. Never was my thing.
But yeah, I remember going camping in Yosemite, Sequoia National Park. My dad was really big into camping. I liked it, for sure. I enjoyed it. Mind you, these are real camping sites. I'm not talking about those little RV camping sites. That's totally different. I'm talking like you have to go and dig a hole to poop, take a shit.
He didn't even think about, it's also climate change that's factoring in on this shit too.
Yeah. The thing about what's going on right now with California, it's pretty upsetting. And nothing but love to all those people out there. Be safe. My brother lives way up north of California, around Redding, that area. So it is a different lifestyle. You don't think about it. We live right here in the city, you know. But it's a different lifestyle up there. It is about
some people that are literally trapped, like they couldn't get out of the fires. Like it was fucking fires all around them on the road. It was so smoky they couldn't even drive out of evacuation, where they actually got fucking stuck. They had to drive through the fire or fucking think they're gonna wait for someone to come and save them. And then the smoke would just make you pass out.
Yeah, inhalation. I mean,
that's why you said how many people are missing.
According to the news for Paradise, California, there's a death toll of 42 people. They already discovered remains of 13. And there's about 200 people missing.
That's scary.
And
then there's firefighters that's going up there to fight the fires, and they're risking their lives too. And this fucking idiot's fucking tweeting about a poor management of the forest.
These are real superheroes. These firefighters that go into the national forest, there's a countless of stories of them of being so brave and knowing exactly how to combat these fires. Some of you guys who may be listening, I don't know if you guys ever been close to an out-of-control fire, but the heat is immense. I have back in the Yosemite National fires of the 80s. I remember when I was a little kid, my dad driving through the area. You can still feel the heat, even though it's already been burnt out. It's all coal. This is very dangerous stuff. It is like hell on earth, really. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, the smoke is going down all the way to Long Beach and Lakewood. In some areas where they're saying to stay indoors, it's not good to be outside breathing that shit in. Like if you're exercising or you're just outside, especially people with asthma or any kids.
It's good to wear those masks.
That's how you could tell. No,
those little masks too?
You could tell, but if you go outside and look at your car, and if your car is like ashy, dirty looking, dude, it's not from dirt. It's from the ash of fire. And we're nowhere near Malibu.
Yeah, it carries over. The wind picks it up.
Yeah, the wind, exactly. That's what's making it so hard for them to stop it too, because of the weather.
Yep. There's a lot of factors behind it. It is a strong wind. It is enough material out there for the fire to just be fed on, and it just jumps. You don't think about it. You think like, oh, it's going to stop when it hits the road. No, fire does jump. Remember that movie Bambi?
Yeah, I remember Bambi.
That fire.
Killed his parents, right?
Yeah.
Or her parents. I didn't know what the fuck Bambi was, a girl or boy. Do you remember Bambi? Type of shit. All I remember is Thumper.
That boy got game. Remember Thumper?
Mm-hmm. I call my dick Thumper. Do you remember Bambi?
But that's because of the forest fire.
It was a man-made fire, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to investigate. The authorities are definitely checking to identify what is it that caused it.
They do have some supplying aid to victims emergency for the wildfire victims. California Fire Foundation. They have different ones. It was a Rams. It was a player because of people from Los Angeles Rams. Their practice facilities, right? It's out there in Thousand Oaks. It's like right up the street from the fires are happening. And they had to evacuate their practice facility. One of the coaches on there had to evacuate his house. But it was a player that's on the team. He donated his whole check from this past Sunday, which is probably like, I don't know, probably $800,000 or something to the victims for
really
fire
nice.
relief.
It's really nice of him to do that.
Yeah, he's a millionaire, so it was like chump change to him, but still it's like a whole day, like it's literally like almost $1 million he donated.
So this is where our taxes come into play. Our taxes is paying for these fire department going out there and battling our fires. Our taxes take care of the opportunities that...
Speaking of that, we have to put respect to the firemen because that shit is not an easy job, dude.
It's not. It's dangerous. It's
not just you risking your life. Like, literally, like, they're supposed to go to stop a fire that's fucking wild, and they're going to the fire where people are trying to evacuate away from the fire.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy, man. Just to boggle your mind around that shit. Leaving their families and going out there to risk their lives, knowing that they may possibly not even make it come back.
I bet a lot of these fire personnel have amazing knowledge of what to do. Stuff you don't think about. Like, can we just use water? No, they have a lot of knowledge in what to do.
It's definitely some of them, they actually use fire to fight fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they contain it.
They're very smart. They use pickaxes to dig in the dirt. It's just there's a lot of stuff that you don't think about, but they use to combat
It just sucks that it hasn't rained at all. Like, we pray that God just creates some rain for the next day or two just to slow it down a little bit, you know?
Or any God.
I forgot he's atheist.
Any God that's listening, if you could just help out a bit.
Yeah, Raphael prays to Thanos from Avengers.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, just half the population gets taken away.
Yeah, just snap your fingers.
And Donald Trump is part of that half that gets fucking evaporated in air.
So even though Trump has tweeted that bizarre message, he did on Monday finally approve a request to declare the fires in California a major disaster to help open up more opportunities for the federal government to help out. So that's good. That's I think somebody told him that he's supposed to do that.
He's a fucking idiot.
I think he might have gotten a memo on his desk saying, hey, you're supposed to help the state.
You could look at him in his eyes. You could tell he has no soul. He has no compassion. Bizarre. He's fucking a person that comes from money. He didn't have to work for nothing. People that don't work hard for what they earned in life, they're not going to have compassion. They're not going to give a fuck. He's just part of the 1%ers that only care about people that look like him in the same tax bracket.
Yeah.
Even though all these people are millionaires, most people that are affected by the fires in Malibu have money, but not everybody do. Because even college students at Pepperdine had to evacuate. My neighbor goes to Pepperdine and her car got burnt. Like the front end of her car was like burnt in.
Yeah, and you have to remember that a lot of stuff plays in regards to being able to bring yourself back from something horrible like this. If you lose your home, insurance covers only up to so much, and there's the memories behind that home. There's all that material you had inside that home, cars. It puts you back. It doesn't reset you. It doesn't like, oh, my insurance takes care of it. No, it really destroys a time in your life for the stuff you lose. Mind you, the possibility of being hurt or losing someone in your family. This is very dangerous stuff that's going on in California right now. It is pretty wild. We're trying to make a light out of it and, trying to goof around to make you smile. But we are a little worried about our friends up there in Northern California. Hope they're being safe.
SoCal. But even then, like, it's just one thing after another. Because what he put, the tweet I just read, somebody edited saying there's no reason for these massive, deadly, and costly, instead of saying forest fires, mass shootings in America, except that gun management is so poor. Billions of dollars are given each year with so many lives lost, all because of gross mismanagement of guns. Remedy now are no more NRA payments.
Yeah.
They just edited it out like, what he should have tweeted instead of tweeting about talking shit about the fires. Because, you know, we just had that mass shooting in Thousand Oaks on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then the fire started on Thursday. It was like one thing after another is happening in SoCal, especially in that area.
Yeah.
It's really fucked up. I know some guy that tried to get me to go to a show in Sherman Oaks on what the shooting happened on Wednesday night, or was it Tuesday night?
It happened
on Tuesday night.
November 7th, which was
Wednesday.
a Wednesday.
So yeah, so it happened November 7th on Wednesday. No, it happened on early in the morning, like 12 and midnight. So it was actually Tuesday night, right?
Yeah, so it began
like the dude
11:20
he went in
November
the club,
7th, and it kind of ended by November 8th.
When he went into the club, it was Tuesday night?
It was
before midnight, or it was Wednesday night?
Wednesday night.
The next day, somebody invited me to do a show in Sherman Oaks, which is like not too far from where the shooting happened. This is before the fires broke out.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm good, man. I'm staying away from that area.
Yeah.
This is before I even knew about the fires, because they closed the 101 down.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Now, remember, this is a really rich area. This is a nice area. This is no area where you think that your life would be threatened. But, like, literally a mass shooting just happened the day before. I'm like, I'm good. There's too many cops over there in that area.
It is a beautiful area. The environment is pretty. It's a very country-esque feel to it.
Yeah, but it's nothing but it's acres and it's big houses. It's not like city. It's not like downtown LA or Long Beach. It's not like it's more suburbs and it's spread out.
So to bring people up to speed, I know you heard about it in the news, but kind of, share with you of what we're talking about. So in Thousand Oaks, California, on November 7th, there was an attack, began around 11:20 at night. Around 13 people passed away, including the perpetrator.
At a Borderline Bar and Grill, which was a country bar, like they play country music.
That's right. I've been to country spots, and I really enjoyed them. It's really unfortunate what happened. It's unfortunate that wherever we go, things like this can happen. Now, you and I, we've been raised around, gang activity in California. I was raised in Highland Park, East LA. Gang activities in the 90s was nasty. Like, you had to be careful and scared of drive-bys. That's what we were worried about, even around school.
It's traumatizing, dude.
It is traumatizing. And to me, I grew up with that thinking, this is just a way of life. This is just how LA is. I think it's gotten better, but that's just how it was back then. It was pretty bad.
Let's get to the point, though. These fucking mass shootings, it's white people. It's mostly white dudes. It's mostly dudes that have either a mental illness or they have some kind of fucking agenda, but they're domestic terrorists, dude.
It is different.
Fucker Trump talking about building a wall and the immigrants and all that. Hey, the last time I seen the mass shootings happen in our country are fucking white, U.S.-born motherfucking citizens. That's the shit that's creeping me out. But the whole shit with that Borderline Bar and Grill, it was some people in there that was at the Las Vegas shooting when it was, it was a country music festival. Yeah. That survived that. And then they had to go relive the same incident inside of a smaller venue, and they survived that. That shit is traumatizing.
Yeah, it is.
You think it's like Final Destination, like fucking it's death following me.
It is unfortunate that wherever we go now, we are looking out. We're like, oh shit, could this place get shut up? I mean, I used to go to bars.
No, you're supposed to have that kind of instinct, though. I don't be in places where, like, if I go to a club or even somewhere where it's crowded, I like to be by the door. I like to fucking see all the exits. Like, I kind of, I peep out everything,
And that's the thing. When I go to a lounge, like when I go to a Mexican bar, or when I go to a lounge that's more, more hood around, some of the North Long Beach areas, or more, I'm not saying they're hood. I'm just saying there's some bars that when you walk in, someone's strapped. But you're really aware of the environment you're getting into. You're really, you're looking out. But it's unfortunate that it's coming to locations that you wouldn't even think about it. You're thinking, this place is all right. We're all right. This is not, we're going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? When you walk into locations that have good security,
Come on, bro. We're talking about not just bars, not just fucking concerts.
Yeah.
We're talking about fucking elementary schools, kids fucking schools, bro. Think about it.
It's gone beyond just a regular area. So that's what we're going through right now in California. Nasty shooting in Thousand Oaks that really addresses the gun problem. Everybody says, well, it's a health problem. Yeah, okay. But there's more than that. So that debate is pretty heavy, but it's also extremely clear that our nation is out of control when it comes to gun control. We're not saying take away guns. I'm saying look into gun control opportunities.
And remember the show Sister Sister?
Yeah. Oh man, this is sad.
So one of the sisters from the Sister Sister show, the twins, her husband's niece was one of the ones killed in the Borderline Bar and Grill last Wednesday.
Yeah.
She was only 18.
Very sad. That's definitely unfortunate.
That's insurance shit's hitting close to home, dude.
And then after that, we had our fire that's going on right now. Right now in Long Beach, there have been some sporadic shootings that the police officers are trying to hone down to, which is really bizarre. It doesn't, it happens, but it's in the past 3 months, there have been a couple shootings almost every other week where someone randomly shoots someone and then runs away. So it's like, not like drive-by, but appears to be gang related. So it's a little, odd to be hearing this coming back to Long Beach. Hopefully the authorities out there are helping out. I think you've noticed that in LA, there's a lot of cops that are walking around, walking around the neighborhood rather than driving by. Maybe trying to help the community feel safe or something. I don't know.
That shit's scary, dude. It's respects to the victims and, even the cop that got killed. He was the first one to respond to it.
Yeah, the one in Thousand Oaks.
Yeah, he got killed as soon as he got there, dude.
As soon as he got there.
23-year veteran of the military. I mean, well, he was a veteran too, but a 23-year-old on the force.
Yeah.
So he was like a lieutenant, and he just walked into a fucking ambush.
There's
he probably didn't know what was going on. He probably just figured some fight went
There's something wrong. He walked in.
Well, they said, he responded to shots fired, but he thinking it was a fire dispute. He knows a fucking mass shooting going on.
Oh, man. So unfortunate. That's just... And then right after that, we started hearing about the fires are...
Literally, it was
exploding.
the next day.
The next day, it's just the fires just expanding through Northern California. Yeah, I'm not going to say keep us in your thoughts, send us prayers. I am going to say, love your friends and your loved ones. Be safe out there. Be careful. Look around, when you walk into a lounge, just talk to the bouncer and say, hey, how's this place looking? Don't be afraid to ask. Get a sense of your environment. You can't prevent things that just happen, but do your best to be aware of your options. Like, where's your exits?
I'ma say it. Make sure you pray for your family, your friends, and you say you love them every chance you get.
For sure, yeah.
And it's not no precaution or some kind of protection. It's just more if your own faith. You walk by faith, not by fear.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point.
Totally agree with that. Take care of you and your family as much as you can. That will...
Because you never know when you're going to see them again, or it could be your last time seeing them. So you always say, I love you, and you always say, be careful, be safe.
Yeah.
And just the world we're living in today. Not only that, having a fucked up president with no compassion doesn't help. It causes anxiety to society. I didn't mean to rhyme right there.
I know, because some headlines right there.
But there's some shit where you don't take for granted. It's people that, because, they could get new houses. They have money. Those people that live in the area, but it's still the memories and, some shit like that shake your foundation.
I agree.
Robin Thicke house got burned down. He's another one that lost his house.
Just put yourself in those shoes. How would you like it coming home and finding out your house is burnt?
Or your niece got killed in a fucking mass shooting. Like, this shit, it's very, very dark times right now, so...
And that's what a leader does. A leader gives compassion. A leader provides options and hope. Some people are like, well, he's being a realist. No. We don't need assholes, okay? We need someone to provide us with some information that could be helpful. Like saying, hey, we're reaching out to these locations for us to make sure that they're being taken care of, and the people that have survived are being taken care of. Victims are being taken care of. That's what's important. That's what we want to hear. We want to hear that those people, if I was in leadership, if you were the president, you have everything to your disposal. You can pick up the phone and call anyone, anywhere in the nation and ask, right? Get confirmation that things are being taken care of or someone is getting something done. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
When you are someone who's in control of whatever it is, that means you have a responsibility to be able to take action. I don't need someone to tell us, not giving us opportunity that something can be taken care of or there is hope. It is pretty crazy here in California. We don't mean to be, giving you just nothing but bad news, but hopefully you guys get a little bit of perspective of what we're going through this past 2 weeks, and that we're only hoping for the best. It is going to rain. It's going to happen. You'll see. It's going to rain, and we're going to hear good news very soon. But if not, take care of your friends and your loved ones. That's one thing for sure. Do that.
It's dark times, so you have to always have a positive outlook and perspective on what's going on, and know that the sun still shines. The next day it'll be another day.
Totally agree. If anything else, think about Smokey.
Smokey the fucking bandit.
And Bambi.
Is it Smokey the Bear?
Smokey the Bear. Smokey the Bandit.
I think I'm down Burt Reynolds movie.
That's a good movie. Smokey the Bandit, yeah.
It is a good movie.
Nothing but love, you guys. Be safe out there.
Keep listening to Homegrown Podcast.